We have all been looking at Bitcoin for the next big move. In this video, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I think is going to happen in the near future and how we're going to trade that. And of course, we're doing that in 5 minutes only. We have been watching this Bitcoin downtrend for a ridiculous amount of time. We've also been waiting for a specific breakout that as of this point would mean a close above $19.4 thousand. I think it's quite clear though that after this dump and pump, we're actually trading sideways right now. And I think you can also get the gist of what the range would be. We're basically consolidating and we're waiting for the next big move. For all of you wondering, we're trading roughly between $18.4 and $20.4 thousand. We can actually put it into the chart along the lines of this right here. This is just a quick little draft, but you guys understand the idea. And it is only the moment that we break through that we're actually looking for some sort of position. And this is actually very important. Right now, we're basically within this little range right here. The moment we get above the, let's say, $20.4 thousand mark, so for example, after a crazy pump, and potentially a pump heavier with a retest, we can actually look for a crazy long position. And the moment we break towards the downside, again, we can look for a crazy short position. Again, a simple explanation for a very effective trade. And let me just tell you guys, this works ridiculously often. If you look for these specific trades consistently and take them time and time again, there's a very high probability of success. And if you're looking for a platform to trade on, I can recommend BitGet. I personally use it myself nowadays, and I believe that every person in the world can use it right now. People in the UK, people in the US. There are also some crazy bonuses if you use the link down below, so go ahead and check it out. So again, just to confirm, the moment that we get a 4-hour candle close outside of this range, that would be our confirmation for either a short position if it's towards this side right here, or a long position if it's towards this side right here. This can be very profitable, so make sure you watch it very carefully. If we break towards the downside, I don't necessarily have a target, as the most important near support is then going to be the lowest point of the last year, which is going to be at roughly $17.7 or $17.65 thousand. Then again, if we break through again towards the downside with some confirmation, there's a good chance that we're actually going to get a lower bottom than this level. So I'd personally take most likely half my profit at the major support, move our stop loss back to our entry level so there's no loss to be made, and then see how far we can take this one out. On the upside though, I'm a little bit more certain with where I want to place my targets. I've told you guys before that if we have such a crazy downtrend that's been going on for multiple months, usually there's a very big reversal waiting to happen. We're very correct the last time over on the weekly perspective. Right now on the daily, I'm honestly expecting that if we break towards the upside, it's going to be a move all the way towards $25 thousand, and that's how I'm also going to be trading this. We could surely take some profit at all these specific Fibonacci points, so at $21.1 thousand, at $23.6 thousand, and then our final take profit at 25.2, of course putting it slightly below because these are major levels that many traders are looking at. But you have to understand this right here. If you haven't pressed that like button yet, make sure you do that. But in all honesty, even though we're biased towards the bullish side, right now it is expected that a reversal can happen any one of these days. Maybe not the major reversal that's going to bring the bull run back, but a rally of a couple $1,000s. For example, from $20,000 to roughly $25,000 before breaking down again. There is a bearish scenario. Like we said before, just following the Fibonacci, if we break through towards the downside and actually get past our major support here, which is not really a major support since we only hit it once. I would say that our $18.4 thousand level is our major support. If we break through, there's actually possibilities of going all the way towards $14,000, which is why I think it's wise to take some profit at one of our major supports and then leave the trade open for a potential Bitcoin crash. There's also one little bullish scenario that we haven't talked about, and that is actually over on the monthly perspective. You can see history is repeating itself. Right now, the MACD is switching over. You can see we're basically in the February 2019 candle right here over on the monthly. And just for fun's sake, if we take a look at what happened to the prices after that switched over, February of 2019 is basically when things turned around. Some people say that that was the start of the next bull run, although it took a very long time to get to a new top. For that reason, this again could be our our major bottom. And again, guys, as long as we are below the 200 weekly moving average, with Bitcoin is still under, I think buying it is a very, very good idea. I think it's very easy to, over a couple months period of time, make a ton of profit if you just buy below the 200 weekly moving average, not looking at anything else, because it basically takes the average of all these last couple of years, or it just makes you realize how much of a bargain it is to buy below the average of all that time. I just personally think if we had to put a almost riskless strategy, it is to just buy below the 200 weekly moving average. If the funding rates are nice, it would even work to just get long positions going below that level if they're either cross or with low leverage, just because over longer periods of time, it almost always works out, unless Bitcoin just fails completely, which I obviously do not see happening. So again, make sure you press that like button if you enjoyed this update. Make sure you check out Bybit or BitGet with a link down below, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video later today.